So, welcome back. Hope you're all having a great festive Christmas. And yeah, I want to show you what new tools came into the shop and what was going on in the past few months, because it's quite a while since I made a little update. Yep. So first, two more of those perfect handle screwdrivers, full metal body. This one needs a little sharpening on the tip because it's quite rounded over. This one is in pretty good shape. Probably I will save the handle on this one, but this one is wobbly as heck. Need to replace those pieces, but that's a fun little job to do. Got a great set of really big and brand new files from the flea market, which is always nice to have because they wear out, so good to replace some of the old N1 ones with some new that also cut really well. Then I came across some more carving chisels, like those bent ones to get into really tight spaces. Sometimes you need those. And then I was really lucky. I was able to find a V-cutting carving chisel, which I was on the lookout on flea markets for a really long time, but couldn't find one. So I actually got one from a proper store. But soon after that, I found one on the flea market, and it's way smaller than the one I already got. So that's pretty nice. And another round one, which, since I already got this one, they come in packages, it's cheaper. Since sharpening with all those diamond plates from good old China is really working out nicely for me. I mean, they're always totally flat. They're with a little spray of WD-40 or some other oil, they're ready to go. No, like soaking them and truing them up and so on, so it's awesome. I really like them. So I also picked up a little file to get into like those V-chisels or into the details of the molding planes for sharpening with diamonds on it. I have to see how this one works. It's pretty fine, but that's okay. Usually when sharpening those things, they don't need to remove a lot of material, so we're looking forward to check this one out. So we got a nice set of those woodworking rasps from the Far East. So far to the touch, they're quite sharp. They look really good. We'll see how they hold up. I mean, this plastic cover was good for shipping, but I will put them out of there and store them somewhere else, because it already feels really crunchy and crumbly and wow. But the tools that are inside matter. Then for the upcoming prop builds, I get two of those show glasses, where you can you're supposed to measure an oil level or a fluid level, but I guess if you fill them up with colored fluids or so, you can put little bubblers in there and make some interesting features on the side of maybe a machine or something and have some action going on. So yeah, really looking forward to those. They were for a good price. They don't look spectacularly old, but let's see how we can use them. Got a little dovetail jig where you can set up your dovetails. And yeah, I mean, those are well known around the globe, so nothing spectacular there. But whoopa, excuse me. And got a nice little breaker bar for $1 or $2, which is always handy if you don't want to break out a really big thing and you need some leverage on something, then that's the way to go. This one's quite cool. I don't know if you ever heard of the System 32. That's for, at least in Europe, for the usual amount of all cupboards and furniture. The hole spacing for all holes, for like inlay trays and so, it's always 32 millimeters. So if you want to put in some new holes, you can use this spacer to put them at the exact location where they need to go, which is quite handy and saves a lot of layout time if you have to add some additional floors into your cupboard. Couldn't pass this one. Padding House. That's a quality brand for hammers, and I mean, you can see it had a really nice and polished head. I will repolish that and have a nice planishing hammer ready to go for all metal work that might come up. I don't remember if I already featured this one. That's the record 2506. There it is. And come on, focus, focus. Woohoo! Camera, focus, please. Can we get some focus over here? Okay, no close-ups. I'm sorry. Which is used to enlarging your slots if you routed them into wood, and you need just a hair more, then this is the way to go. Works good with router plane, but also with a machine router, with an electric router. So that would be a really useful tool. And I was able to pick up a Flex brand machine that uses those drums where you can get like brushes or Scotch-Brite wheels or so to polish and texture wood, metal, all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's quite old, but it runs like a champ, makes no strange noises, and will hopefully last me a long time, and makes sanding uneven surfaces easier, because with the Scotch-Brite wheel you can just go in there and go at it. And since an upcoming project requires some detailed work, I also got this little barcode scraper, which is quite cool. There's a carbide insert in there. You can swap that out, so no need to sharpen or fiddle around with small things. Has two nice edges. You can get into all the cracks and crevices you need, and they also make additional inserts there. You can make a round one or a pear-shaped one where you can get into other details, but I think this one is quite useful as it is. You can have it scrape flat surfaces with the bottom here, and you have those two edges to get into detail. Let's see how it works. Yep, on the ultrasonic cleaner, the hose assembly for releasing the water. got a nice wee little crack down here in there, so it was leaking right at the bottom, and I wanted to put some new fittings on there, but it was quite hard to find a matching thread. So if you're ever in the situation to need to find a matching thread for one of those old bandelin ultrasonic cleaners, that down here is a 1/8 NPT thread, and yeah, if you're one of the lucky guys that can look at the thread and say what it is, then you don't need this info. But if you don't, then let me tell you what it is. And I got an adapter to 1/4 British Standard pipe thread, because all the fittings I could find for that size were cheaper in that size, so got with that. And now I'm ready to put this little adapter in there, seal it all up, and put that on there. So yeah, it has one advantage is it has a proper valve in there, like here, this ball valve, where you can really shut it off if you want to, and I can live with the added hook on there. And I like the advantage of having a proper valve in there. So I guess that's it for now. Thank you so much for joining and tuning in. I hope we all make it safely into the next year, and have a nice round, a nice next round, at a nice next turn around the sun in the next year. And yeah, hope to see you there. Bye. And a little added bonus, just as I was starting to sort away everything, I just found some things that were hiding under the bench. This really cool chasing hammer. I mean, the fixation of the handle is bad, but the handle is in quite a nice shape, and it's really good in the hand. And then I get this awesome rigid heavy duty pipe vise, which compared to the one I got previously, now I know why the other one is bending and rolling and not doing what it's supposed to do, because this weighs basically twice as much, and yeah, the other one is not as hefty and good as this one. So this one goes in the box, and this one I will give away to whoever is interested in the family in having a nice paperweight or toy or so. And yeah, but now it's over. See you soon.